Good morning, Texans. This is Alan Spray with This Day in Texas History for March 19th, 1836. It's a Friday. The Texas Army falls back after Sam Houston decides the river crossing can't be defended. Texas Army camps near Beesons on the Colorado River. They will stay here for 6 days. The Battle of Caledo Creek. At 9 a.m., Fannin retreats and decides to take 9 pieces of artillery despite being told to bury them. They didn't need artillery. They're going to be on the road. There's no, artillery is almost useless in that situation. Very little food and water are taken, and the oxen were not fed, so the oxen were slow. At 11 a.m., Uriah learns that Fannin has left Goliad. Uriah sets out to try to catch up to Fannin, leaving his artillery behind. Fannin orders the oxen detached from the carts and stops so the oxen can eat and rest. John Shackelford, Burr H. Duval, and Ira Westover protest to stop and argue to continue to Caledo Creek. Fannin believed that the Mexican army was not very good and thought that Uriah would not attack. Lesson to be learned: never underestimate your enemy. You can see battle after battle that happened and disastrous results. My favorite one about that is the Battle of Isandlwana, where the British, with automatic rifles and 2,000 men, were slaughtered by the Zulus armed with just spears. Captain Albert Horden and his group scout ahead. The rear guard fail to spot Uriah's advance and are surprised by their attack. Uriah's cavalry stops the Texians' advance by getting in front of them. Fannin forms his men into a square, moving as a group towards the woods at Perdido Creek when the cavalry cuts them off. The ammunition cart breaks down. Fannin calls for a war council to decide what to do. Without water, they cannot use the cannons or give water to the wounded. Captain Horden sees there's no way to get Fannin and decides to save his men, retreat back to Victoria, and see if he can find reinforcements. The Mexican army attacks on all sides. By nightfall, 7 Texans were dead and 60 wounded. Uriah falls back and leaves snipers around the Texans to try to pick off as many as possible. Mexican casualties are 50 dead and 140 wounded. William Ward and the Georgia Battalion are close enough to hear the gunfire. Carlos de la Garza and the Tejanos, loyal to Mexico, keep Ward from joining Fannin. For the remainder of the night, the Mexican troops would do bugle calls to fake an attack and keep the Texans awake. Day 1 of the Battle of Caledo Creek is over. Alright, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe to YouTube. It's free. What it helps us track who's visiting us and who's not, and so we can take a look at the numbers. Also, there's a link to Patreon. If you care to help out this site and help us do more videos, please do. You can pledge whatever you like. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow as the wind-up of the Battle of Caledo Creek